Hello, I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man, and with Laura Pointon. Laura is a Senior Associate Solicitor in JMW's Employment Department. Hello, Laura.
Hi, good afternoon, Dom.
Nice to have you on the Inside Man. Now, back in 2019, which seems almost a lifetime ago now, I know the government did a consultation into sexual harassment in the workplace. What did they find, Laura?
You're absolutely right, Dom. It's taken an awful lot of time to get us to the position that we're now in. In July 21 of this year, the government basically concluded that they needed to make sure that there is an obligation and duty on employers moving forward, that they've got to be tackling sexual harassment in the workplace. This obligation is going to be, a duty imposed on them. They did also look at whether the claims that individuals can bring under the Equality Act, which is in this area, should actually be extended in terms of the time limit as well, from 3 to 6 months. They haven't updated any further information in regards to that at this stage, but they're going to start pushing out guidance in terms of what that means, that obligation specifically for employers moving forward, Dom.
And it's so important for the government to get this right, Laura. Since that consultation, has there been any other sort of research in the interim?
There has. The Fawcett Society have recently done some research in September of this year. And to be honest with you, it was absolutely stark, the statistics that were actually concluded from that report. We had things, Dom, like 40% of individuals have experienced sexual harassment in the workplace. We had a clear increase in terms of people with disabilities, male and female, experiencing harassment as well. And there was also quite stark statistics around ethnic minorities experiencing harassment in a much higher sense, and again the LGBTQ plus community also. The statistics said there was a poll of people that had been looked at, and 68% said that they'd suffered from some form of harassment at some point in the working lives. So of course this is a real serious situation that employers need to get hold of.
The figures that you quote there are absolutely shocking, Laura. So you know what I'm going to ask you next. There will be HR directors watching this, employers watching this, thinking, well, what do we do? So what are your top tips, please, Laura?
I think first and foremost, the organisation has got to get hold of this situation, and from top to bottom, it needs to make sure that there is a strong cultural position that a business will tackle this and will tackle it in a very firm manner. There needs to be training. I think that's the other principal point. There needs to be training for everybody across the board, because sometimes people are not fully aware of what could be constituting harassment in a legal definition, and also what it may mean in terms of comments that other people or actions actually people have in terms of themselves. I think the other thing that needs to happen is not only do we have these policies and training in place, but we don't just use it as a tick box exercise, that we actually on the ground enforce what it is that we're saying in those policies. It's not enough just to tick the box and move on. There's got to be refresher training. They've got to be making sure that they're actually tackling problems when they come to light, so that employees can actually see that the business is taking it seriously.
Laura, as ever, thank you so much for your insight. And of course, Laura has a wealth of experience in this area. So if you'd like to contact her, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.